Hello everyone, it is your boy Winster, back at it again with another video. Today we are doing another Yu-Gi-Oh! Market Watch. We are helping you invest your money into this Yu-Gi-Oh! Card game just a little bit better. Before we get into today's content, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. Also, while you're at it, be sure to check out all my other social media platforms in the description box. Be sure to join the Discord, follow me on Twitch and Twitter. I do have a very active TikTok, make sure you follow me there. But let's jump right into today's market watch. It has been crazy as of late. So the first card I wanted to talk about on this market watch is a card that I am actively looking into and invest. I am trying to play the Fire Kings deck, and I do feel like Wanted is going to take the deck to the next level, considering how good it is in the OCG. But I remember when this card first came out in Age of Overlord, I ended up pulling it and I sold it for 50 bucks. And looking at the price now, I feel like a fool, but they do say hindsight is 2020. I should have kept the card because the investment on this is absolutely insane, and now I do need it for my deck. So I'm actively trying to buy a playset because I don't have three. I have the rest of the Diabell Star engine, but just not this. But at the same time, this past weekend, there was a YCS that ended up happening, and this card shot up in price like crazy. I don't know if it was because people needed it for the YCS or they're thinking that the Diabell Star Engine is just going to be too good in the Fire Kings deck, comparing it to how it is in the OCG. I don't know what made people buy this card out, but it just shot up in price. It's crazy because the Wednesday before this past weekend, I was at the card shop and I was debating if I should buy these cards because they're about like 70 a piece. I was teetering on the edge, like should I not? Because the deck just came out, I want to get the stuff for the new deck. But here we are, a whole week later, because this video was recorded on a Wednesday, and the card went up $20, which is insane. It is starting to come back down. So if you are planning to invest, I would recommend just waiting a little bit more. I think the hype of the YCS was the big factor here and really made this card skyrocket in price. And people were buying this copy of 3 for $134. Like, that's absolutely insane. Maybe I could understand 100, right, because of the hype. I remember one day I looked at it over the weekend. This was like $160. I'm like, you are absolutely crazy. So again, if you are needing the engine, the Diabell Star, I would recommend waiting a little bit more, maybe a week or two. Yes, we are getting closer and closer to Phantom of Nightmare, and these may go back up. But I do feel like the card is just hyped right now because of the YCS. So if you're planning to invest, hold off just a little bit more, let it come back down to what it was, and then invest, which is what I'm going to do. Hopefully, we could look back at this video and it was a smart play and not a dumb one. So since we are still on topic, we are talking about the Diabell Star engine, and we are talking about Fire Queens. Let's just talk about the rest of the engine. The Black Witch is also a card that you're going to need to be playing in the Diabell Star engine. I'm seeing a lot of profiles actually playing 2 copies of this card. I would definitely recommend at least picking up one because that is the minimal for the deck. And they're going for a fair price right now. On the graph, they are showing it go back up because they hit like a $20, $19. And I actually picked up my one for that exact amount, $20. But again, I do feel like the YCS did inflate this price a little bit. So it is starting to go back up just a tiny bit. The same thing, I think this is a perfect time to invest in this card. It is still at a reasonable price, especially if you need to play like 2 copies. I would definitely recommend investing in this card now if you are planning to play this engine. If you are planning to play the Diabell Star engine, this is another piece of the engine that you're going to need. It's actually going for pretty cheap right now. It's about $7. I'm sure people have this card maybe lying in their bulk and they maybe sell it to you for less. But again, it's going for pretty cheap. If you are planning to play the engine, you need to pick this up as well. And right now is a perfect time because it's just an Ultra too. They're going for pretty cheap. So the next card I wanted to talk about is not a necessary part of the Diabell Star engine. It is Snake Eyes Flamebird Dragon. I do feel like when this card first was released, a lot of people were just sleeping on it and just kind of writing it off. But the card steadily increased in price, right? It went from $3 when it hit its rock bottom to $3, and then people started noticing how useful this card is, and it's just going up and up. Definitely another piece of the Diabell Star engine that you don't have to play, but considering how strong Fire King is and how strong this engine is, if we look at the OCG, if you are wanting to at least test it out before this card skyrockets, I would definitely invest in this card sooner rather than later, because the moment we get that other Snake Eyes monster, the pink one, I don't know the name of it, that comes out in Fan of Nightmare, this card is definitely going to be going up. So I would recommend you guys picking up this card. So the last piece that I wanted to talk to you guys about today in terms of the Abyss Star engine is Snake Eye Ash. This card just was a super in Aged Overlord. A lot of people are talking about it because it is a level 1 fire monster and it literally works perfect with the engine. Could be another target. And this card is, I wouldn't expect it to be anywhere as expensive as the other pieces of the engine are, considering it's just a super in Age of Overlord. But if we look at other cards, maybe not a fair comparison. Bystios, when they first released, Druisworm, Serenir, and more importantly Magnuma, those cards were extremely expensive for being super rares, and then they didn't get reprinted into the tins, which is crazy to me. But I would definitely recommend investing in this card. It's pretty cheap if you want to test it out. Depending on how it does here in the TCG, it may go up in price, it may not. But if you have a couple sitting in your bulk because this just was a super and you're just sitting on it, I would definitely recommend offloading these and selling as quick as you can. Because you're still going for like $2-3 right now. So I wanted to circle back and talk about Infinite Impermanence, because I did talk about Infinite Impermanence on one of my market watches, and I done told you guys you should have invested in this card if you guys trying to pick up Infinite Impermanence Ultimate Rare. I personally bought this card. It sucks that I didn't invest more. I just was broke at the time. But I ended up picking up one copy of Infinite Impermanence for Ultimate Rare, and I bought the card for $100. I bought it at its lowest, right? I was one of the people who bought this card right there. That was me right there. But this card is slowly but surely going back. You could get a mod play for 150. You could get a near mint for 180, 170, which is absolutely crazy, right? Within in about a month, right? In month's time, it just fell so much. And I'm really happy I ended up getting my one copy. I wish I got all 3 pieces, right, when I had the opportunity to. But I do believe the reason that this card is going back up is because hand traps are a lot more powerful than previous formats, right? Not to say that they were weak by any means, but they're a lot more powerful now, considering a vast variety of decks being played in the game right now. And a lot of rogue strategies or some strategies could lose to a couple hand traps, Imperm, Effect Veiler. And this is just really good staple, right? I don't think this card will ever be bad because it doesn't make Thrust live, doesn't make Talons live. It's a trap card, not once per turn. Yes, the downfall it targets and it loses its target, it doesn't resolve. But I don't think ever this card will fall off. It's just too good of a card. Look at Effect Veiler, right? It's been a while since I even played Branded. But I want to talk about some more Ultimate Rares, right? Because I'm such a fan of Ultimate Rares. But we got a Lubra, the Jester Despia. This card, I remember I bought it for, I think it was like for $40. I feel kind of stupid. I honestly should have waited. I bought it at its peak. And I'm pretty upset. But regardless of that, I've had the card this whole time, and it looks so nice. But a Lubra, an Ultimate Rare, right? You could get a copy right now for $15, 16 and change after shipping. If you guys are planning to play the branded engine and you are wanting to play the Aluber in there and you want some higher rarity Aluber, the highest rarity of Aluber, it looks super nice in person, guys. I would definitely recommend. This is such a cheap price for Aluber. $15, that's $16, that's insane. That's a combo at a fast food place with these prices going around. But if you guys are wanting to pick up the Aluber, now is a phenomenal time. They are super cheap. Okay, since I want to stay on this branded vibe right now, right? Let's go ahead and talk about the Fallen of Albaz. If you think Aluber is cheap, look at the Fallen of Albaz, man. This thing took a freaking nosedive. All those investors, it's the QCR. It just really dropped the price because I bought this card when it was at peak, like $40. I mean, given I've had it for, going on a year now, but like this thing dropped severely. You could get a light plate unlimited for $14 and change. Like, look at that's absolutely ridiculous. You could get a playset under $40. Like, come on, bruh. Come on, man. If you are planning to play the branded Despia strategy, Aluber and Fallen of Albaz, personally, Aluber is my favorite highest rarity of this card. The QCR is not bad, which is out there, But if you want to have the nicest rarity, in my opinion, you should get these. You should get the Ultimate Rare. They just look too good. And the same thing goes for the Aluber. The Aluber, I love the Ultimate Rare. The texture on it looks so nice. Okay, so another card I wanted to talk about is Skill Drain and Ultimate Rare. Now, there are other rarities of this card like Dual Terminal. Now, personally, I am not a fan of Dual Terminal. I think Dual Terminal is hideous, personally. Now, to each their own, guys. Remember, these are my opinions, but the Skill Drain version of this, look how beautiful this card is, man. It's such a nice card, especially in person. And if you're trying to pick up a playset right now is a pretty good time. If you're planning to play any trap heavy deck, right? Labyrinth is still a really strong deck. Or Dinomorphia could play this. This card is absolutely insane. And you could get a light play for 20 bucks. You could get a playset for under 70. Like, come on. That is crazy. A playset of Skill Drain. I remember before all the reprints that happened recently, this card was going for like 15 for like a common damage from the original pack, which is crazy. So now that we have an Ultimate Rarity available for this, I would highly pick this up. This is a staple card. This is a classic card, and it is a very beautiful card. The foiling on this is absolutely insane, and I would definitely recommend picking this up. Okay, guys, that is going to be it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if there's some cards that I should be looking into. What are you guys investing in? What do you guys think of the cards that I brought up? And what do you guys think of my opinions on the cards that you should be picking up? Let me know everything in the comment section. Be sure to subscribe, turn on the notification bell. Be sure to follow me. I'll check you guys out next time. My name is Winstor, and you guys have a good rest of your day. Peace out, guys.